My personal impression of this residence is so beautiful, unique, and cozy as well. So it's really shocking to hear that the Netherlands is actually selling this residence already. So what's the reason behind it?
Yes, well, it's a good question. It's a question that I hear a lot and that people ask often to me. First, let me say that this is indeed one of the most beautiful residences I've seen in Bangkok, and it's most definitely one of the most beautiful residences the Netherlands has for ambassadors worldwide. So it's stunning. And it's been a wonderful residence to do my diplomatic work also here in Bangkok, because everybody loves to come here. We facilitated many events here, workshops, receptions, dinners, everything you can imagine to do your diplomatic work. So we had an amazing time here. And the Netherlands government has decided to sell this embassy in the framework of the investments that the Netherlands Ministry of Foreign Affairs needs to do worldwide. Right. With respect to the embassies worldwide and other residences, mostly focusing on the security of our staff in other parts of the world, but also simply in that we have to renovate some embassies, invest in the sustainability of some embassies. So it's a matter of a financial matter geared towards the improvement of our diplomatic network worldwide. That's the reason why we are selling this embassy here in Bangkok.
And there have been a lot of rumors here and there as to who actually bought this residence after the Netherlands, right? So can you give us some sort of hint as to who actually bought this residence and what they're going to do with it?
I cannot. I heard the rumors as well, but we are still have the ambition to sell the embassy and the compound, and in the framework of commercial confidentiality. I cannot disclose anything about the potential buyer.
Well, how many people have been asking you as to who bought this residence already since the news broke out?
Since we announced that we had the intention to sell, we made it public in March, but there was already some rumors before that. And since March, I think my staff receive those questions almost on a daily basis. And to be frank, I also receive those questions almost on a daily basis. So I don't count them anymore. But I do really understand the interest because, as I said earlier, this is a stunning place and everybody knows it. Many people drive by on Witayu, on Wireless Road, and see it. So it's kind of a famous place, and it's also a place that you can see from the high-rise buildings around the embassy. So that there is a lot of interest, I'm fully aware of it. It's a beautiful green environment.
And it's a unique location as well, right? At the heart of Bangkok, and you're surrounded by the greenery and also high-rise buildings. Yes. So it seems like a strategic location for many of the buyers who want to secure this place.
Yes.
Right, but I bet you have been interrogated a lot about what is going to happen next with the residence.
Yes,
right?
I don't mind. I understand the interest, and I would probably do the same. So I do understand.
Then what is your personal connection with this residence then?
The personal, because I have a connection with the residence before becoming ambassador here, because I visited the embassy in a previous position when we were working on the consular affairs section here in the embassy. So I came here as a younger diplomat, and already back then I was very much impressed by the house, and never expected, to be honest, that I would become ambassador here. But I knew the place, and I knew how impressive it was. And as I said earlier, I've been working here for 5 years, and this house has two aspects for me. On the one hand, it has it's a work tool, basically. A residence of an ambassador is where you invite people, where you meet people, where you have discussions about policies, about the connection between the two countries, how you can improve it. So it's a workplace. And as I said earlier, this place is an amazing house to facilitate the contacts between the Thai and the Dutch government. And I think there's many rooms in this residence, but one of the best places to do so is the dining room. We have an amazing dining room a little bit further on.
Okay, so on that side,
yes,
right?
that side. And I think the dining room is not only looks stunning, but it has a strong history interesting dinners and interesting conversations. And sometimes I meet old Dutch diplomats that were posted here, and they would always have a good story about a dinner or a lunch in the dining room. So I think the dining room is the most special workplace in this house. But we had wonderful concerts here in this room where you are sitting. Yeah. So it has a lot of work-related memories. And on the other hand, it's also the place where I live with my family. Our kids are very young, so they came here when they were 2 and 4 years old, and now they are 5 years older. So those are formative years for children. So the house is also very important for us as a place where my kids have spent their first 5 important years of their youth. So it's both. It's work-related importance, but also from a family perspective.
Yeah. Function-wise, it's like all in one, right? Like a workplace, and also where you spend time with your family here as well. So correct. It's like, it's more than just a residence. It's like pretty much everything. And apart from this, it has a strong history behind it as well.
Well, there is a strong connection because the house dates from 1917 and was built for the doctor of the Thai king at that time. And was also owned by a Thai prince. So the history of the residence is very impressive. It's royal property. And it was sold to the Dutch government in 1947. And we have a long list of inhabitants since then, a long list of ambassadors. And we have a new embassy building and just a little bit on the side. But in the past, the embassy was also in the residence.
Right.
There was an extension at the back at one stage where people were also working in this. And the place where we are sitting here, I understand in the past, was also a place of work, and the ambassador lived upstairs. So the compound has grown over time. We are now 40 staff in this embassy, a little bit further on. So the house itself is now purely reserved for the family representation. But as I said earlier, a lot of things have happened here. Many ministers have come to this place. The Dutch Queen was here. Queen Beatrix received the Dutch community when she was visiting Thailand during the time of King Bhumibol. So it has a lot of history on our side, but also a lot of history on the Thai side. We actually have a little book, in which we write extensively about the history of this beautiful, beautiful house.
Very rich in history and tons of stories to tell as well, right? And apart from the dining room, is there like a space that you would call it your favorite space, like when you're not at work?
Oh, when I'm not at work, well, to be honest, I think upstairs. We have an additional private living room upstairs and also some guest rooms. So when we spend time with the family, it's normally not where we are sitting right now. This is normally the place where we receive people and where we have functions. But this is indeed the place where the guests come in, and this is the living room. So when we have dinners, people come here. We've had concerts with 150 people in this room. We've had conferences here, workshops, parties. Everything takes place here. That is not a dinner or a lunch. The dinner or the lunches obviously take place in the dining room.
Right, and the embassy is moving to Dusit Central Park.
Yes.
Right, so what kind of memories that you will take with you once the residence is completely sold?
Oh, you mean myself? Or
yes, but your personal memories with this residence.
Well, we discussed the house, so I have a lot of memories in this house, work-wise and also family-wise. But the thing that I like to do a lot in this compound, especially in the weekend, is to walk around the garden with the kids and with the dogs. So it's a bit of a family tradition. And in the weekend, first thing we do before breakfast is that we walk around.
The morning walk.
The morning walk. And as you probably know, the garden is full of monitor lizards, turtles, full of birds. And,
a lot of wildlife.
A lot of wildlife, including some pythons. So we rarely see them, but we've seen them. We saw them a few weeks ago, actually. And normally we see one, but a few weeks ago we saw 2 pythons in the klong, in the water. And so it's a beautiful place to walk around. And my dogs and the monitor lizards have a interesting connection. They chase each other, but nothing ever happened. Everything. So I think it's one of the things I will miss mostly about this is the weekend walks.
So being the last Dutch ambassador to Thailand to stay at this residence, that's like something important in history as well. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't think it's important as such, but personally from day one. So I remember when I arrived in Thailand, it was still the end of the COVID period.
Yeah.
And I remember I spent my first 2 weeks in quarantine in a high-rise building very close to the embassy. So for 2 weeks, I looked at the compound, and I looked at the house where I would live. And already back then, and already for a couple of years, there were discussions in The Hague about property management. So I had a little idea that the Dutch government was already intended to sell the compound. So every time I enter this house or I enter the compound from Wireless or from Soitonson, one, I'm aware of the extreme beauty of this place and the beautiful nature, the beautiful house. Every time I enter, I have the simple thought that I'm lucky, or I have been lucky to have lived here for so long. So a sense of pleasure, but also a little sense of a little bit of a sadness, knowing that I will leave this place. And that it becomes even a little bit stronger knowing that I'm the last one. But at the same time, let's also be realistic that we've been here as Dutch government in Thailand now for 422 years. We are the country with the oldest diplomatic relations between Thailand and the Netherlands. And this house has been an important chapter in that historic relation, diplomatic relation. But we've been having residences in Thailand. Also in Ayutthaya, we've had our first representation was in Ayutthaya. And since then, we've had many locations also in Bangkok. So this has been an important chapter, but not the only chapter. And to be absolutely honest, I'm also very excited working on the next chapter. So sad on the one hand to leave this house, but also excited for the new chapter in this relationship.
But 422 years of bilateral relations between the Netherlands and Thailand, that is such a long history there. So talking about the bilateral relations, what has been the biggest milestone, especially for this year?
Oh, there's been so many milestones. And when people ask, when you leave a country as ambassador, looking back is one of the things you obviously do. But there's generally not one milestone. If you allow me, I will name a few. I always say we have three major components of our relationship. There's the economic part, and our relationship started 422 years ago on the basis of trade. The Netherlands is a trading nation. And in that period, we were a world power. We are the richest country in the world. We had the biggest number of ships in the world, and we were trading everywhere. So we came to Thailand also to trade, because your country was such an interesting country to trade with, and such an interesting country to exchange goods with between the Netherlands and Thailand. So that's why we started 422 years ago, on the basis of mutual economic interest. So that's still the most important thing in our relationship. And in the past 5 years that I've been here, trade has almost doubled. And mostly thanks to Thai companies, because the Thai have exported far more to the Netherlands than the Netherlands has exported to Thailand. But we are very complementary in what we do. So trade is going quite well. And with the new upcoming EU Thailand free trade agreement, we hope the trade relation will even grow. So trade has been going very well. And on the Dutch side, our major asset is actually trade in services. That's one big achievement, I think. On the other hand, what most people really do not know is that we are by far the biggest EU investor in Thailand. So of all the EU countries, we account for 55% of all investments from the EU in Thailand, which is not a little bit. A lot of people don't know that, but we are a major investor in Thailand. And that investment has also seen a considerable growth in the time I was here. Could grow even more if you ask me, but we are a big economic player. So that's a big milestone, a big achievement. And we attracted some new investments to Thailand in the past 5 years that I'm quite proud of. Also in Maptaput port, for instance, and we are also investing in the semicon industry here in Thailand. That's one thing. The other thing that an ambassador always has to do is take care of the community. And we have a large Dutch community in Thailand. We have about 15 to 20,000 Dutch people who live here, and we have about 250,000 tourists that come here every year. So we have one of the busiest consular sections, as we say, in the world for Dutch embassies. And that is quite a big venture to undertake. And that's running quite well, I believe, and we have high satisfaction from our Dutch, I would not say customer base, because they are not buying anything from us, but for the Dutch who make use of our consular service. So I would say that's a good achievement as well. And the third thing that I'm proud of is, if you allow me, is the strong relationship we have with the Thai government. That's also a big responsibility that that all ambassadors have, is that you have a good connection with the host government. And I've particularly enjoyed discussing and engaging with the Thai government officials. And a lot has happened in the past 5 years in Thailand, also at the political level, but I'm also very happy with that.
So 3 areas, the economic and trade cooperation, communities, and also connections with the Thai government. So since we are talking about economic cooperation, Thailand has been trying to push for the FTA to be finalized by this year between Thailand and the EU. So what sort of hopes do you have for the FTA agreement, especially for this year?
Well, there's always a few things about the FTA. First, the FTA is being negotiated by the European Commission on the basis of a mandate of the member states. So personally, I do not negotiate the EU FTA, but obviously we are involved and we get input from the Dutch companies here, what they would like to see in the FTA. We are talking with EU colleagues and with the EU delegation, with the Ministry of Commerce about these topics. So that's first the process part of the FTA. Then on a bigger level, there's always a balance you have to find between quality and speed. And I think everybody wants to have an FTA quickly. But at the same time, that you have to make sure that your FTA has a level of quality on both sides that is a guarantee for a good FTA in the future. So there's a lot of negotiations taking place between the EU and Thailand about the content of the FTA, and there are many chapters. And we always say it's quite a challenge for countries to negotiate FTAs with the EU, because we are opening up our market of more than 300 million customers in the EU. It's the biggest market in the world. And it's also a market that is quite competitive, but also quite regulated. So to open that market for companies from Thailand, we demand some reforms also in the Thai economy. So that's one part, that's the part that's taking place right now. And on the other hand, it will also open up the Thai market more for Dutch companies. And where we are specifically looking at, our country is not so much, it's a country, our companies are very strong in innovative industries and in the service industry. So those are obviously the things that we look at first, but we are also looking at issues such as agriculture. And we are very much looking forward also to a level playing field for our companies here in the Thai market.
Right, and apart from economic cooperation, you also have cooperation in terms of climate change and also the environment as well, right? So how's this progressing at the moment?
Yes, we have a few priorities here as embassy. Besides trade and investment, we focus a lot on supporting Thailand with its water management issues. As you know, the Netherlands, we are a country that has faced water challenges since we started 100 years ago as a country, and we are a country that's very low in a river delta are very suspect to floodings and to droughts. And so we are very used to deal with our water issues, water management. So we work on that topic with Thailand a lot, and that has become even more of a priority because of climate change.
Yeah.
So because of climate change, water management is becoming even more important. The floodings are basically, very simply put, are bigger, and the droughts take longer. There's more salt from the sea coming in, agriculture grounds around the sea areas. So it's a big priority for Thailand to improve that, and we are doing the best we can to also provide Dutch expertise and Dutch knowledge in that area related to climate, related to water. We also work on agriculture with Thailand. And you live in Bangkok, I suppose.
Yes, yes.
We all know the issue of pollution, PM 2.5, and making sure that sustainability in the agro-food supply chain is being improved. It's an issue that we work on a lot in my country. We're a very small country with a huge agricultural sector. In the Netherlands, we are the number 2 exporter worldwide. So our agro-food industry is very geared towards sustainable food chains and sustainable agriculture. And it's also a priority for Thailand, so we work on where we can find common ground there. So we've been working on that area, in the area of sustainability in the agricultural sector. And lastly, also what we try to do is support Thailand in the energy transition, but with very concrete issues.
Clean energy specifically, right?
Yes, and recently, because we are, as you know, as I said, we are a water country.
Yeah.
We are, in the past few years, we've been working, for instance, with Bangkok on how they can use their canals in a more sustainable way. For trade, and but also for the communities, and see how we can. The water management system in Bangkok can be improved also to have a more sustainable economy there. But we're also working with the Thai government on see how we can support them in the electrification of the maritime sector.
Right, and since many countries, including Thailand, are trying to shift towards clean energy, renewable energy a lot more, especially because of the crisis in the Middle East. Some people have been saying that Thailand doesn't really have a concrete plan at the moment, and they also have an aim to reach net zero emissions by 2050. So what sort of policies do you really want to see from Thailand so that the country can actually shift towards these goals more seamlessly?
I think the responsibility for these plans are on the Thai side, and Thai companies to, and the Thai civil society and NGOs to have discussion with the Thai government on it. The message that I would always give to the Thai government from our perspective is predictability. And that is extremely important for especially companies, but also from knowledge institutes that are absolutely essential to invest in those sustainability initiatives, to have a predictable, solid government that's very clear on what it's going to. So that will be my message to every government. Yep. Also, if you want your country to progress in certain areas, predictability, level playing field, whether it's for companies or for services providers like Knowledge Institute, that's the most important thing. So clarity on the policies and on the implementation.
Clarity on the policies and implementation as well. So one last question, what's next for you once you leave Thailand for good?
Well, once we leave Thailand for good, I will have a short holiday in Europe, in the Netherlands, of course. We will visit our friends and family in the Netherlands. And after that, we will be flying to Vietnam. So very close.
Oh, okay.
Very close to Thailand, which was a very positive surprise to us because we wanted to stay in this fascinating region. I've been working with ASEAN and Indo-Pacific now for many years, and I really enjoy working in this region and living in this region. So we're very happy to stay close. And also very happy that Thailand is just 1.5 hour away by flight. So we hope to visit our friends here and our favorite spots in Thailand in the future. So you hopefully will see a little bit more from us also in the future. Probably not in suit, but in a more casual wear as a visitor.
that sounds like a very exciting journey ahead for you. So
Thank you. Yes.
thank you so much for today.
Well, thank you for having us. Thank you.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ